sports. It's in the game.
Red Bull made their constructors' debut in Formula One in 2005. Since then, they have become one of the sport's dominant forces, winning 5 Constructors' Championships and 6 Drivers' Championships. Sebastian Vettel won 4 consecutive championships from the years of 2010 to 2013, and in 2021 they played their part in one of the most sensational battles in the sport's modern history, with Max Verstappen narrowly edging out Lewis Hamilton to a nail-biting final lap victory, sealing his maiden championship. Last year they were dominant, storming to the Drivers' and Constructors' Championships with races to spare. They retained Verstappen and Sergio Checo Perez for 2023. Can anyone stop them? An icon of F1, Scuderia Ferrari have been competing in the sport since the birth of the Formula One World Championship in 1950. As well as being the only marque to have participated in every World Championship season, they're also the most decorated, with more wins and more world titles than any other team in the history of the sport. Founded by Enzo Ferrari in 1929, Scuderia Ferrari originally supported Alfa Romeo before starting from 1947, forging their own identity as the racing team and road car manufacturer we know today. 9 of the world's most famous and recognisable drivers have competed and become champions with Ferrari, including Niki Lauda in the 70s and Michael Schumacher in the 90s and early 2000s. Returning to Formula One in 2010 as a works team, Mercedes have become one of the most successful teams in recent history. With the efforts of Lewis Hamilton, former teammate of mine, and ex-driver Nico Rosberg, they boast a combined 8 Drivers' Championships, and between 2014 and 2021 lifted the Constructors' Championship 8 years in a row. Briefly the engine supplier for the Brackley-based 2009 Constructors' Champions Brawn GP, that team was then rebranded to Mercedes Works Team, with the one and only Michael Schumacher signed as their very first driver. The Silver Arrows suffered a rare difficult year in 2022, finishing in 3rd place in the Constructors' Championship due to the underperformance of the W13 car. Team principal Toto Wolff has pledged that next year the team will be pushing to return to winning ways with the ever-strengthening partnership of Lewis Hamilton and George Russell. Renault's Formula One team rebranded to Alpine in 2021 to promote Renault's Alpine sports car brand. They've been in some shape or form a part of Formula One for 45 years, starting as a constructor in 1977. As well as having their own team, Renault acted as an engine supplier for various partners over the years, where they've shared in many successes, including an incredible run in the 90s with Williams and 4 back-to-back titles with Red Bull from 2010 to 2013. Renault won both the Constructors' and Drivers' Championships with Fernando Alonso in 2005 and 2006. Actually, 2005 was really annoying because we should have definitely won that with Kimi at McLaren. But anyway, after that, they quickly fell down the pecking order. However, Alpine were a pacey proposition last year, finishing 4th in the Constructors' Championship. They retain Esteban Ocon and welcome Pierre Gasly for 2023 to constitute an all-French lineup. Synonymous with the sport, McLaren have been heavily involved in Formula One since their debut in 1966 at Monaco. In this time, they've had incredible success, bringing home 8 Constructors' Championships and 12 Drivers' Championships, making them the second most successful team of all time. For many, 1988 was probably the most memorable season for McLaren, where the team won 15 out of 16 races with drivers Ayrton Senna and Alain Prost. To this day, still holding the record for the highest percentage of wins in a single season. They've had many of the world's most highly regarded drivers racing for them, including Senna and Prost, Mika Hakkinen and Lewis Hamilton, who won the Drivers' Championship during the 2008 season, something I'm very proud to say I was part of. The last few years have seen them firmly in the midfield though, perhaps coincidentally, only since I left. They'll be hoping their 2023 pairing of Lando Norris and Australian rookie Oscar Piastri can change all of that.